Business Focus with Kudzie, Sharara on the Champions League Breakfast.
Good morning and welcome to Business Focus. This is where we get to discuss a lot of what's happening in the world of business. But for today, Kudzie Sharara is not with us. He's attending to other things to do with business. But be that as it may, we got to be checking out the stories that are making headlines in the business world today. And we begin with a story that is making it to the front page of today's copy of the Herald. Gold deliveries surge 32% in 9 months. Martin Kadzere reports that Zimbabwe's gold deliveries jumped 37% to 32.98 tons in the first 9 months of the year. According to latest statistics from Fidelity Gold Refinery, the country's sole market for the bullion. The increase up from 24.2 tons recorded over the same period last year places the country firmly on course to achieve its ambitious 40-ton national target for this year. The latest statistics highlight the crucial role of small-scale miners, whose output has overwhelmingly driven national production. That is one story that is making headlines today in the business world. Gold deliveries surge 32% in 9 months. Also making headlines on today's copy of the Herald. SADC is confident Zimbabwe's campaign for non-permanent representation a seat on the United Nations Security Council for the 2027 to 2028 term will win the required two-thirds support in a secret ballot in the General Assembly. This is one story that is also making headlines. The United Nations Security Council seat bid, SADC confident of Zim victory. Main story on today's copy of the Herald in the world of business. President Mnangagwa arrived yesterday ahead of the 24th Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa Heads of State and Government Summit, which opens today. Zimbabwe is set to assume the position of vice chairperson of COMESA at the end of the summit. This positions the Southern African country to play a leading role in shaping regional economic policy and advancing the continent's integration agenda and continuation of its success in steering the SADC bloc since last year. That is one story that is making headlines. Trade investment to top COMESA discussions. Also making headlines in the world of business. Zimbabwe unveils a $9 billion national energy compact to power growth. Zimbabwe has unveiled a 9.13 billion United States dollars National Energy Compact aimed at sustainable energy development, boosting economic growth and achieving energy security across the country. The announcement was made by the Minister of Energy and Power Development, July Moyo, while presenting on the National Energy Compact of Zimbabwe at the Africa Capital Markets Forum in Central South Africa. Minister Moyo said the compact served as a strategic framework to transform Zimbabwe's energy landscape through increased investment, renewable energy expansion, and public-private partnerships. He said the compact was built on five key pillars consistent with commitments made at the Dar es Salaam summit earlier this year. That is one story that is making headlines in the business world today. Zimbabwe unveils a $9 billion national energy compact to power growth. Let's open up inside the edition of today's copy of the Herald and check out on some other stories that are so making. It is Business Focus right here on Capital 10 minutes before 8. When we come back, we give you other stories also making headlines in the world of business right here on Capital.